As next, I will present you Convertto-Snmptrap command. We again start with get help Convertto-Snmptrap and we go directly for the details. Sorry. So this command converts the trap or notification types objects from the MIB generated by import MIB command and create snmptrap commands with parameters which correspond to the trap or notification. It uses several switches to say which OID repo to use in case that the MIB is importing some other variables which are used in the traps. It lets you set a version if you want to send a trap or inform. It lets you specify the trap receiver IP, so the IP of the SNMP receiver, a community, and if you want to use names or OIDs. To save the time, I will not do import MIB, but I will use the MIB which I already have compiled into the CSV, and in this case I'm going to use this OCUM CSV. And we are going to convert to SNMP traps and we use the default. So as we are going to use the default, it will use a version 1, community public, trap receiver IP is not set, so you will need to replace that with the real IP, and then it's using the names, so it's giving a name and all the parameters with a test strings, so you can see that this is a test when you got the trap in your trap receiver. Because it's using the variables in the order which are defined in the MIB, if you will then get the real trap, it will look basically the same except the variables will have the real values. So as you see, it's pretty long output. That's because for the OCUM there is a lot of different traps. Now we can demonstrate and use the SNMP version 2 and to have more informations or to not be dependent on the MIB, we will use the parameters OIDs. Which instead of those names will put the OID numbers. So you don't need to have the MIB loaded in the system from which you are running snmptrap command. Now, if you will take this command, snmptrap, and the version and all those parameters, you can just use it from the Linux system and just run it as it is. Only thing which you will need to do is change this trap receiver IP to your current IP of the SNMP trap receiver. You don't if you are generating those using the command, you can, of course, as we already seen, set the trap receiver. So I will put there like 10, 10, 0, 33, whatever. And you see, instead, I will kill it. And instead of the trap receiver IP, you have the IP which I've provided. So now if I use this command from the Linux machine where NetSNMP is installed, it will send a trap to this trap receiver IP.